Welcome everybody to well, it's not actually the first episode. It's kind of the second and a half episode. What do you say, there, Supersonic?
It's like the third episode, but we're constantly testing, and this is actually the second episode, but it's officially the first episode, if that makes any sense.
Exactly, exactly. So, we're going to play some Streets of Rage 2 because I like it. And if you don't
Yeah.
like it, then you may like it after watching me play it.
And we love Sega.
We do love Sega. So, speaking of Sega, let's talk a little bit about this proposed acquisition of a game or a group of games. You know, there's been a lot of talk about that Vanquish game coming to Xbox from Sega. You know, Sega's been hanging out with the Microsoft boys.
Hmm.
And hello, Stinking Corpse. Let us know how everything's coming through. What did you play Vanquish?
I did not play Vanquish. Boomstick was actually showing some of the previews and gameplay of it. He sent links and stuff, and I checked it out. I've never played it, but it looks really interesting. It looks like it has a good story and gameplay, so I'm kind of excited about
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of like a Gears of War with mechs and a lot of sliding, and apparently there's some like bullet hell type stages, which we all liked those games when we were younger. I know that the Dreamcast had a ton of those awesome bullet hell games that I played every one of them.
Absolutely.
There was one.
And
Go ahead.
this game is confirmed, or is this a rumor?
It. I think it's still a rumor, but everybody's running with it. So
I'm gonna run with it too.
why not?
Anything Sega is good news in my opinion.
It's true. That is true. Sega is great. You know, some of my fondest memories are Sega Genesis for sure.
Absolutely. Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega like dominated the arcades back in the day.
No, big time. And people probably know that I was a big nut of Shinobi, the original Shinobi, back in like 86, 87, 88, whatever years they were. I spent so much time in the arcade playing that game. It was ridiculous. And I also go
what's
ahead.
what's amazing is I watched your stream of us when we were testing it. I don't know
Mhm.
if we were testing it or you were just streaming it, and you are a wizard at that game. That game is very hard, and you got like almost to the end with one hand.
I,
That's crazy.
it's all muscle memory. That's all it is. It's all muscle memory. Um, and I didn't play a lot of it on controller. You know, like back in the arcade, you're playing with this big stick and the buttons, of course. And yeah, I don't know what it was. It's like it's like playing Mario for the first time in forever. You still remember where all the secrets are. Remember, oh, that third block from the left. If I break a couple of these and hit it, I'm gonna get a free man or something. It's hard to forget that stuff.
Yeah, speaking of breaking, I've broken lots of controllers over Shinobi.
Hey, Volkskrieg. Let's see who else is here. We got Stinking Corpse, Volkskrieg, Clement, Abert. Hopefully, I pronounced that name properly. Um, Thanks for showing up, guys. We really appreciate it.
Graphic
So,
God, where is your super chat?
my super chat. I thought my super chat was up.
I don't see one. Let us know if you see a super chat. We're just curious. We're testing a lot of things, but it is the first official episode. We're really excited. We love Streets of Rage. What is that new Streets of Rage game coming out?
Oh, the Rage Justice. Believe me,
Yeah,
that's going to be such an amazing game. It's a side scroller and very much in the vein of Streets of Rage and Final Fight and the Golden Axes, all the amazing games. But it's basically a brawler, and from what I understand, there are two main characters in the game. One's a girl and one's a guy, and I think they're both cops, maybe, and they're taking down the crime lords.
what's the name of the game? I'm gonna look
It's
it up.
called Rage Justice.
I want to see what they name the main characters because they always
I
name
think
them.
their last one of them's last name is Justice and the other one's last name is Rage, I believe, or
That sounds
something silly like that.
that sounds perfect.
Hey, I'm just looking at my launch box. Did you know that there was a Streets of Rage for the Master System?
Yeah,
I
Master
didn't know that. I'll have
System,
to try and play that sometime. That's wild.
Genesis, arcade, Xbox 360.
Oh, there's Streets of Rage 2 here too. I got to get more familiar with what I have on Launchbox, I guess.
That's right. I want to
Um,
see. I want to see your magic with this game, Streets of Rage game. Are you playing part one or part two?
I'm gonna play part two today. Not that I don't like part one. Part one is good, but part two just has better graphics, and they've kind of really refined the combat controls a lot more. So I'm gonna play that instead.
I got a trivia question for Streets of Rage. If someone can answer this, what was this game called in Japan? It
Hmm.
wasn't called Streets of Rage. What was it called? Ding 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 ding
Oh,
ding
I
ding.
don't. I'm not even gonna get that one.
I'll give everyone 30 seconds.
Oh,
Stinking Corpse said, "Been looking forward to seeing this. Don't see any super chat. It's okay. Someone's putting sign symbols in the chat.
here, I'm
Thanks,
gonna
Alman.
actually I'm gonna click on my link here, and if I get a little feedback, I'll make sure I pause it right
Oh,
away.
oh, Clement got it. Bare Knuckles. Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner. Good job. He knows his trivia. Or he can go on Wikipedia real faster than anyone.
And you know what's funny? I'm looking at the chat now, and a day or two ago, the super chat icon was there. So I'm wondering if after this new implementation of the new rules, they took it away from me.
It's a possibility. Good old YouTube is
Oh,
screwing up everything every day.
oh well. What can you do? Um, I should have had more notes here for ways that people wanted to donate anything we can do through the restream and through PayPal as well. But I'll make sure that I get that stuff in next time.
You
This
got the
was
link
kind of,
in the description, don't you?
I thought it showed. See, just the multi-stream with restreams there, but I thought I had it all in there because I had to set it all up within restream.
Gotcha. I want to see what kind of gifts you have pop up when someone follows and donates and stuff. You should still get the gifts if someone follows or hosts, correct?
Good, good. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna go into the game. Enough gabbing for now. I'm gonna bring this full screen so I can.
Thanks, Siberia. You said we're awesome people. Yes, we are awesome people, but we're not conceited people. We're just average gamers like everybody else. We wanted to make this show to make everyone feel like we're all in the arcade together playing old school games and have
Yeah,
some nostalgia.
that was the best. That was the best thing about. That was the best thing about being a kid and going to the arcade and going with your friends and meeting other friends there and everyone trying to beat the same game and taking turns and just gabbing. It was a social place.
I got so many good memories of arcades. I actually used to work in an arcade for a couple years.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
I remember opening the coin slot when no one was there and ding 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 ding. Ding. I just clicked the thing over and over again on like Shinobi and Outrun and stuff and Afterburner, so I could
Wow,
play over and over again for free.
nice, nice. Okay, let's. Okay, Yoshida, what do you normally say before we get started?
Welcome to Sony Studios. Put on my PSVR helmet and let's get rolling.
Okay, let's go.
Drum roll. Vogel says, "What do you guys think about the 4 new X enhanced games that was released today?" Oh, in my opinion, I don't want people to get mad at me, but I'm not a big fan of Crackdown. The only thing I'm gonna be excited for Crackdown is if, like the multiplayer stuff, if it's pretty cool. But like I have both the Crackdowns, and I don't know, I just don't think they're that fun. but hopefully Xbox blows us away with the new Crackdown.
Hello, Volks Creek. I see you there, buddy. Thanks for showing up.
What do you think about the new Crackdown? Or the Crackdown stuff? We got Crackdown, we got Forza. Are they 4K enhanced, or are they just backwards compatible?
I think they're like Crackdown and Forza and what's the other one? Oh, Fable Anniversary. I think they're all given up-res, like 4K up-reses.
That's cool. Yeah, I have all the games that were on there, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Excellent, excellent.
Siberia says I had the Pac-Man game at my house. It was awesome. Was that remember the Atari Pac-Man? Oh my god. That was so bad. I've spent so many quarters on Ms. Pac-Man.
On Ms. Pac-Man?
We should do a Pac-Man challenge, like time it. Like 1 week you do Ms. Pac-Man, and then next week I'll do Ms. Pac-Man. We'll see who gets further. We got so many ideas for this. It's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna have to reset my controller. For some reason, it's not syncing properly.
Dang, I thought you were actually doing pretty good.
I haven't started yet.
That's
just give me a second here. Sorry, but guys.
Okay, Graphic God has got to think. So, yeah, give us like some feedback if you want certain games to be played during the show. It's going to be an hour-long show at first. We may extend it, we may not. It's all based on people's feedback, what you guys like, what you guys don't like. Definitely give referrals of games you want to see. We want to keep it old school, so we're talking like Sega, Master System, Nintendo, arcade games. We could even do an Intellivision game, I think. I don't know. We'll experiment. But there's so many old school games. Like sometimes we just want to get rid of like the console war drama and go back to old console war drama.
Arcade drama.
Arcade drama, yes.
Believe me, there was a lot of that back in the day too, especially when you're a teenager.
Oh, Clement said my audio is a lot quieter than yours.
Oh, really?
Thanks for that feedback, because we can't tell that.
So you know how this works with the Sega emulator. If I boost you, I'm going to boost it as well.
That's true.
I
can talk really loud like this, though. Let me know how this
is there a way that you can boost your mic from your computer?
Oh, I think so. Let's see.
Let's try that.
We're gonna go into boost mode. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Boom.
That's better.
Okay, I'm at 100% now. I don't know why my mic was like at 50%. What caused that? You should be able to hear me better. Just let me know in the chat. You guys are little helpers. Siberia, here's the new. Wait, I was not gonna make mods. I was gonna have you be our super mod. Vogel said he's gonna be a mod too. I think.
Excellent.
He said that's better.
Good.
Look, one thing I love about Launchbox is our hero. The game art. There's so much game art that you can put on here. It's awesome. We're gonna do some more testing and try to get big box mode on there. And when we have that on there, you can see so much cool game art in that. It's just amazing.
Okay. Everything's working.
How do you make people mods, Graphic God?
How do you make the mods? Oh, so I think you right click on their name. Or no, the three little dots next to their name. When you roll over their name in the chat, you can click on that, and I think you can set them that way. Or maybe you right click on their name. No, I don't remember actually. Because I've done this before.
Oops, I reported you, Vogel. I'm just kidding. I don't know how to do it, Vogel, but one day I'll learn and make you a mod. So you guys rock.
Okay, so let's check our options here.
He's almost ready to go. We're
I'm
about
gonna
to see
increase my
graphic
min
cards.
to 5, of course, because I can. I'm gonna play it on normal.
You're not gonna do the crap gamer easy mode?
No, I'll play it on normal. And I'm gonna play Axel because, well, just because.
Siberia says, how is everything today? Everything was great today. Siberia. Today is the greatest day in the world. Everything is awesome.
Everything
You
is
guys are
awesome.
Sega is awesome. Streets of Rage is awesome. It's just an awesome day. Ooh. Okay, he's playing now. Kick their.
I am playing.
Is this PG stream? Are we allowed to say ass?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay, kick their ass, graphic card.
How many of you guys have already played this game, or at least how many of you people have already at least heard of the game? I'm not sure how old everyone in the stream is.
Everyone's stream Rage.
I would hope so.
I love these kind of games. I love games like this, Double Dragon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That was more recent, but any game like this is awesome. That one game we were talking about earlier, what was it called again? The one that
Rage Justice.
Rage Justice. Yes, I'm getting that day one. They said it's going to be cheaper too. So like $20 or $30 or something.
This game's so violent. Look, I'm stabbing the guy with a knife.
Bogo, you only work 6 hours today. Get back to work. You can have a few hours. You can have 1 hour off to watch us, and that's all. Then the rest of your time you have to work.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Clement says, I have it on the Mega Drive. I have the first one, 2, and 2 when I was a kid. Nice. How many Segas were there? There was like Sega Master System, Sega Genesis,
Sega Saturn,
Sega CD,
Sega CD, Sega 32X, but that was an add-on. There was the Sega Nomad, the Sega Game Gear.
I never messed with the Game Gear, but people like that.
I never had the Nomad, but apparently the Nomad would take Genesis cartridges, and it was a handheld.
Comments liking the retro music. Yeah. It is classic. Wait, that was R-Rob, I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream, R-Rob. We're in classic gaming. We're going old school. Every Tuesday, join us. It's awesome. Graphic guy, put down that pipe. You gotta use your bare hands. Keep in mind, he is playing with one hand. He can play games better in one hand.
Oh, I should have had my handy cam set up.
You should. Then you could show off your new CFEs.
Maybe I'll set it up after we do a short break.
Oh, I forgot about that guy with a knife. One day they're gonna take like knives and guns out of these.
Don't say that.
At least you'll have your kickboxing bullets. Oh, Clement said Mega Drive is the Genesis. I always got confused.
Yeah, it was the European version.
Siberia says I used to play this at my local pizza joint.
Just play where?
At his local pizza joint. I used to, yeah. That was cool about Pizza Hut. They always had like cool arcade games.
We used to have the coolest arcade games at the bowling alley.
Oh yes, absolutely. That was the next best thing next to arcades was bowling alleys. Had good stuff.
When's the last arcade you remember?
At an arcade at the mall that got shut down. But I don't mean to talk about. Okay, this is the only time I'll talk about VR. They're bringing back a bunch of VR arcades across the United States. across the world. So hopefully if they bring back VR arcades, they'll have like regular arcade games as well. So that would be awesome.
Yes, for sure.
Aladdin's Castle. What's up, Mr. Bojangles? I like that name. He says, I'm getting internet this Thursday after being offline for 2 years. Oh my god, dude.
That's insanity.
That's cool. Welcome to the internet. It's
Sorry,
awesome.
I'm just making some adjustments here to my screen so I can read the chat.
Aladdin's Castle is hard. Is that a request? You want us to play Aladdin's Castle sometime? Vogel says my local bowling alley has arcade machines.
It still does.
Nice. I never see him anywhere. Actually, I worked at 2 different arcades. I forgot about that. Yeah, I never see arcade machines anywhere. Except, actually, I just remembered the bar that I worked at right next door, they have a huge, the screen is like so huge, it's like the size of my whole wall of Ms. Pac-Man. It's crazy. They have Ms. Pac-Man and like Galaga on it. It's just like, it's the size of 2 people standing on top of each other's heads. I'm gonna take a picture of it next time I work with it. I'll tweet it out.
Yeah, next time you're in there, take a picture. There's actually a game store not far from where I live, and surprisingly, it's called the Last Game Store because it's the last mom and pop game store that's left, I think, in Nova Scotia, and they actually have a few arcade machines in there. It's one of those places where you get all your retro stuff, which is awesome.
Nice. I just said you pickle. King Ram says, Jay, should I apologize here or in a DM?
Apologize for what?
Clement says, yes, the Lion King did the game. That game was cool. I like the Lion King. I remember jumping on ostriches or something on that game. And you had to like jump on doggies or something. I just remember that little lion went meow. I remember it was hard though, so we might do some like Lion King or Aladdin or stuff next week. So we are going to take turns. So this week is on Graphic God's channel. Next week will be on my channel. And maybe you guys tell me what you want me to play.
This guy's name is Bourbon. Who calls their kid Bourbon?
You're getting a little crackly, Jay.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Just a little crackly. I'm trying to speak louder too. If I speak any louder, people are gonna come upstairs and smack the crap out of me. Do you guys want that in this arcade? We don't condone violence in this arcade. Just on Streets of Rage. Barry says I used to spend a lot of time on the Double Dragon arcade game. In 1942, I remember 1942. That's some good stuff. I spent a lot of trust me, I spent so many quarters. Except, like I said, when I worked at the arcade, I just used to open the machine and click the quarter little thingy thing and play for free. But when I wasn't working in an arcade, you think we paid a lot of money for games now? Jesus. I spent like one game of like Afterburner, if you sat in that thing, it was like $1 for like a minute. But it was so awesome.
Am I standing any better now?
Yes, you're not crackly. Mr.
Not crackly?
Bojangles, correct, you are not.
Good.
Mr. Bojangles says, I pre-ordered Turok 2. Yeah, I'm hyped. It's my childhood game. I remember playing Ultra. I don't remember much about it. I just remember it was first person and there were dinosaurs.
I remember not having the system and having to wait for it to come out on PC, and I played it on PC.
What system was it on, Mr. Bojangles?
It was on N64, I think, to start. And then my nephews, I actually bought my nephews the N64, the Donkey Kong one, the green one. What was that called? Not Donkey Kong Country, it was
Diddy Kong? Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Country, Diddy Kong. Trying to think of them all.
The guy blew up from his own. Hey, this guy's a wrestler, isn't he? One of the Road Warriors.
That's John Cena. Da, 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 da. No, yeah,
he looks
the
like
Road Warriors.
one of the Road Warriors.
You could call them the Road Warriors or the Legion of Doom. They had two different names.
Oh, Legion of Doom, that's right. I keep getting those two mixed up. Yeah, punched the guy right off the bike. That was awesome. Sorry if I'm not chatting to everybody, but I am trying to concentrate on motorcycles trying to hit me in the face. You can man the chat, eh, Super? Super, you vanished on me. What happened? I think Super vanished. Super, come back! Super must have got kicked out. He'll have to come back. There you are. What happened? You got kicked out? I can see you, but I can't hear you, Super. I'm gonna pause the game until you come back. Cannot hear you. Let me just quickly check, see what my settings here.
I'm back, Jay.
There you are. There you are. You vanished for a little while.
Technical difficulty. It's okay. I know what happened. So everything that I was saying when I wasn't here was very important, but I guess it wasn't as important, or else you would have heard it. It wasn't meant to be heard.
We call it technical difficulties.
At the arcades, we called this going outside and smoke break. Wait, no, we used to be able to smoke inside arcades. We used to be able to do anything in arcades. I used to sneak beer in arcades. I'd put it in like a soda cup. Yep. I drank underage. I was such a
lame kid. I didn't do a lot of drinking underage. I'm not saying I didn't do any, but most of my friends did it a lot earlier than me, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because I was afraid of my father, but I would not drink underage. Like a couple times that I did, I was so secretive about it, and I made sure nobody caught me. I don't know.
I don't believe that for a second. We did, dude. We used to take soda cups. We'd go in and get a soda. We'd play hacky sack outside. We'd go in and get a big fountain soda. We'd dump it out. Stick our beer in there and go inside the arcade. And we were like the cool kids.
I remember getting drunk at an Arby's once.
Oh yeah? Let's hear about it.
And it was because they would allow you to bring your own drinks in or something, and we brought in, oh god, it wasn't even beer, I think it was like coolers or something.
Wait, who's getting a snowstorm in the chat? I kind of missed that. I saw someone was getting a blizzard or something. Was that you, Vogel? King Graham says it's called not wanting to get in trouble.
Yeah, I'm wondering what King Ram was talking about earlier when he was saying that he wanted to apologize. I don't know what he's apologizing for.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't be sorry for me.
I don't know if you missed it, but someone in the chat pointed out that they name every bad guy on there if you look at the top left of the screen.
They named them what?
Every enemy, they give them a name. Like
Oh.
Galsta. If you look up
Yeah.
there.
Silly names too.
Yeah, they're funny. One thing that we are going to experiment with on Lunchbox is how, because there is a way for us to play these old games multiplayer, but we got some research to do on that.
Yeah. We can probably do it with using Xbox Live, playing some of the old Sega games if they offer the multiplayer in it. We can do it that way.
They had a really good Sega. It was called the Sega Genesis bundle, and it was on the Xbox 360.
I have it. Yeah, I
You do have it?
But it's not
That was-
backwards compatible.
I know. It's not even. It never went digital either. That's probably
Yeah.
why. It was physical only. So I recommend if you see that in a store, pick it up because
Yeah, it's got a lot of
They-
good games.
yeah,
And
they
it's
even
got arcade games in it. And the best thing about it, it had Phantasy Star 1 from the Sega Master System on it.
one of my favorite games, Phantasy
Me too.
Star. And they even like remastered some of the games. Not remastered, but like remade them. Like Space
Yeah.
Harrier, they redid that one, and a few other ones. Everyone's drinking beer in the chat now. We're a bad
Aw, I
influence.
need beer. It's not fair. Because I play with one hand, I only have room to play games. I can't drink beer and play games at the same time.
After that wrestling stream, I'm not drinking again for a long time.
Did you get drunk that night?
Oh my god, dude, I was trashed. I was so trashed.
That's
I
awesome.
don't. Just listen to the end of the stream. I don't think I could talk. Siberia says beer is food. Speaking corpses drinking like 8 beers. Why were you always in trouble, Siberia? Let us know. We're your counselors too. We're not just here all at the arcade together, but we're always here for each other. So tell us your problems. Well, now Vocal's drinking beer. Oh Jesus.
Oh, I need a beer now. This is not right.
Oh, he's fighting the boss. Kick him, Jay. Jump kick
I'm
him.
trying.
Oh, he got him. Nope. What does he got, a jetpack on him?
Yeah, he's like Baxter Stockman.
Thought it was Baxter Fly. Is that his real name, Baxter Stockman?
Yeah, Baxter Stockman.
Do the Ninja Turtles stream sometime too in this.
Oh yeah, we should play the Turtles in Time that they remastered with the cool graphics.
That would be awesome. So, why don't you guys start shouting out some games you'd like to see us play, some old school arcade games in the chat. And try to share this out and smack that thumbs up button too. Oh god, now Vocal's getting some more beer. We're such bad influence. Good job, Jay Williams. You made it to stage 2, Graphic God. I knew you could do it.
I knew I could do it too.
Clement says, Turtles in Time with the new graphics was kind of ugly.
I didn't mind it. But yeah, like, you know, when you get used to the original pixelated graphics, and to an extent, they're kind of beautiful that way, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. I played it again, finished it.
I liked how in that Wonder Boy game that you could just click back and forth and see the old
Oh, me
graphics.
too.
That's
That's
so
another game we
awesome.
should stream sometime.
Dude, I'm good at Wonder Boy and Monsterland. Not the one that that latest one that you sent me, but I think it's called Wonder Boy and Monsterland. I was so,
yeah.
I was thinking about.
I thought I
that's
was
one-
good at that, and then playing the arcade version, I sucked at it.
Arcade version's hard.
Oh,
That's one
yeah,
thing
man.
I love about old games too is all the not fan art, but the box art of games like Wonder Boy. That's why I bought that game, because of the box art. And Phantasy Star, I bought that game because of the box art. That game was on Sega Master System. Guess how much that game was?
How much?
I got it for Christmas. It was $80 for the Sega
man.
Master System.
I remember buying Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition, I think it was, when it first came out for Sega Genesis, and it cost me $100, $99.
Game Graham says, are there any specific topics you want us to leave voicemails on for MNC mornings?
Sorry, what does he say?
Is there any specific topics you want them to say on the voicemails on MNC morning?
No, like that's the whole point of the voicemails, is you guys dictate what we talk about. So, you send in a question about anything. As long as it's kind of gaming related, that's all we really care about.
Yeah, do it, because, if you leave a voicemail, you got a chance to win some cool stuff.
Yeah, you get on the Wheel of Wonder.
I'm being totally honest, too. I have not paid for Xbox Live or EA Access for 2 years because I kept winning on the Wheel of Wonder on MNC Morning. And it's not rigged, I swear, because I know
It's not rigged.
I know the program that you use, or he uses, and there's no way you can rig that. But, yeah, the more you call in, the more chances you have to win. So.
Well, that's the same as anything. The more times you play the lottery, the more chances you're going to win.
Exactly. I'm going to call in this week, too. So, someone special is going to call in to MNC Mornings this week. I'm not going to say his name, but I know who he is.
You know who is? Say that again?
There's a special person that's going to call MNC Mornings this week.
Oh, excellent. I look forward to that special person.
Vogel said he's going to start calling in. Nice. Thanks for the share on Twitter, Vogel. You're awesome. Do you guys have any questions for us? Let us know if you have any questions for us about arcade games or systems or whatever. Oh, that dude's pretty big.
I was trying to do my superpower, but I don't have it when my life is down so low.
I got a question. What's your favorite side-scroller beat-em-up like this?
Sorry, what's my favorite what?
Side-scroller beat-em-up game?
God, there's so many. I like Turtles in Time. I like Streets of Rage, of course. I like Double Dragon versus... Oh, the Double Dragon and Battletoads. That was really good.
Oh man, I really like Battletoads, but I got that spot where you're racing on the thing.
Oh, the speeder bikes? Yeah.
Yeah, the speeder bike. I can't get past that at all.
No.
I still can't get past it. I've tried and tried. I cannot get past that spot. What's the trick to that graphic gadget?
You have to memorize when the jumps are coming. I think it's the biggest thing about it.
Yeah, Vogel, Double Dragon was a shizzle. I heard. Okay, here's one thing I didn't like about Double Dragon, is I loved it in the arcade, and then when they put it on Nintendo Entertainment System, I was like,
I know, and it was crap on that.
What is this?
Terrible.
Crap?
Although, you know what else was crap on the 8-bit systems? The original Shinobi on the Master System was crap too.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
And I was so looking forward to that when I heard it was coming out. I was thinking, oh wow, I get to play Shinobi at home. And then I played it. It was like, yeah, this isn't really Shinobi.
Yeah, even when you jumped up on the second level on Shinobi, the whole screen would go up or something like that. I was like, this sucks. the sound and everything. And then like even on, I think they put on the Genesis too. And I was like, this still sucks. And then finally, I think it was Xbox 360. I was like, finally, we got a Shinobi at home. That's what I've been waiting for. Clement says Turtles in Time or Dynamite Cop on the Dreamcast. I've never played Dynamite Cop.
Oh, I played Dynamite Cop. That was good too.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Do you believe what is this? What are these rumors about the Dreamcast emulator coming to?
I think those are just people wishful thinking because of Sega being at Redmond. That's all.
Oh,
I don't think there's anything to it. Although, you know, like, if you think about it, Crazy Taxi was just released on Games with Gold. And they've got a lot of Dreamcast games on the Xbox already. How hard would it be for them to put the rest of them on there? It wouldn't be that hard.
It'd be cool if they redid a lot of those old ones.
Yeah. I want to play more, oh, you know what my favorite game, one of my favorite games for the Sega Dreamcast was? Demolition Racer.
Never played that either. Like, I have like, all these games you guys are saying. I have every single Dreamcast game.
Yeah, it was kind of the precursor to Burnout. And there was like a crash up derby mode in it.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually go into an arena with a bunch of cars and just ram each other.
Our Rob says, give me those 2 X-Men games for Genesis.
Oh, the 2 X-Men games, yeah, they were both good.
Jeez. Okay, my girlfriend walked in the arcade and she slammed the door. That's okay, we're still having fun in the arcade.
I'm gonna see if I can adjust. Let's see if I can adjust my audio really quick here.
Oh, what about Contra? That's not really a beat 'em up, but that's a good side scroller.
Contra? Yeah, Contra's a good one. I'm trying to think of another really good one. Side scroller. Of course, Golden Axe. That's an obvious answer.
Yes, I love Golden Axe, and yes, I have those X-Men games. They are super good too. I do agree with that.
I just played Golden Axe last week and beat it on the Xbox through the. It was through the Xbox Game Pass. I downloaded it.
King Ram has a question. The Dreamcast has the best version of King of Fighters. Ralph was the shit.
King of Fighters, yeah. See, the thing about the Dreamcast, it had all the best arcade fighters, and they were all arcade perfect.
That is true.
Like the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike was one of them, and then there was another Street Fighter 3 that came out that was really good. The Street Fighter Alphas were really good, but you have to admit, the best fighting game on the Dreamcast, and the reason why I bought a Dreamcast, was Soul Calibur.
Oh, God, yes.
It was way above its time. Like, it was better looking on the Dreamcast than it was at the arcade. Pit Fighter was fun, but that was only on the Genesis, wasn't it? I don't think that was remember. On.
But Dreamcast. I'm super happy we're getting a new Soul Calibur because
me too.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I love Soul Calibur. But the last Soul Calibur I bought was the one that had Darth Vader and Yoda. I don't remember which number that was.
Oh yeah, I had that one. I traded it in for something, and then I was mad because I traded it in. It had Yoda, Darth Vader, then it had the Assassin's Creed guy, and Link or something. Wasn't that the same one?
Yes, yes, but it was, depending on what system you bought it on. Yeah, Stinking Corpse said the same thing I did. The reason why he bought a Dreamcast was Soul Calibur. Definitely. That, and the same day I bought Soul Calibur, I bought House of the Dead with the gun.
Oh my god, I love House of the Dead.
It was such a fun game too. And didn't they come out with a House of the Dead for the Xbox?
I don't know, but I remember the Dreamcast ones.
Yeah,
They're
something tells me
awesome.
the OG Xbox came with one too, or it didn't come with one, but there was one out for it. Okay, back to
They have a only, I swear this is the last time I'll talk about VR, but they have a House of the Dead. It's exactly like the House of the Dead game where you can use your light phaser thing and
yeah,
shoot
that'd
zombies.
be awesome.
I'll stream it sometime. It's awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love the House of the Dead. Why can't we use like light phasers anymore? Is it because of the TVs?
Yeah, it has to do with the CRT TVs. They don't work. They don't work with plasmas or LCDs or whatever. It's just the technology. It's a shame.
Someone needs to make technology to make them work again. Whoever does that, I'm buying that console. I love that stuff. Clement says, I had the latest House of the Dead on PS3. It works. Wait, it works on PS3? On a newer TV, does it work? Or do you have an old TV? King Graham says you are correct, Jay. What are you in? Are you in outer space or something now?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Eat that apple. Good job.
I got an alien attacking me.
That's what like reminds me of Contra. First you're like
Yeah.
in Vietnam or something, and then you're in outer space. So crap. Oh, I like that Alien. What was the Alien versus Predator? Whatever that side scroll beat 'em up thing was. It had I don't know if it's Alien versus Predator or Alien and Predator. That was good stuff.
Oh, Alien versus Predator was a good beat 'em up too.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put my name in, then plays a different character.
Oh, he says it. Clement says it works with PS Move, the motion controllers. I'm not gonna say that.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying, like VR games and stuff. Even if you don't have VR, like the motion controls work for that stuff, and it's still fun. Isn't there one called Time Crisis?
Called what?
Time Crisis or something like
Yeah,
that.
Time Crisis. Yeah, I remember that.
You want to hear an old school shooting game? It's not a it was a slow shooting game, but there was an arcade cabinet that had a crossbow, and it was called Crossbow. You remember that one? Where there was like there was a knight that would slowly walk across the screen and stuff would try to kill him, and then a lady with a sword would slowly walk across. There's like 4 characters that would slowly walk across. You had to protect them against. You had to shoot all the bats and stuff that were trying to get them. And if you made it, then you got an extra like little wizard or something. I don't know. It was
Another good side scroller I remember was Willow.
Oh yeah, Willow's good. Just not the Nintendo version.
No.
The arcade version is trouble. That one.
Captain Commando, that was another good one.
Yes.
And I do remember my favorite. My favorite was the arcade Spider-Man game. Where it was a side scroller where you had to fight, Venom, and you had to fight the Green Goblin. And on those stages where you fought the Green Goblin, you shrunk down. And it was a really cool game. If you ever get a chance, it's an arcade game. You can get it from MAME. Maybe someday we'll play that.
I'd love to play that one. Dude, speaking of that, did you ever play Carnage?
Oh, Maximum Carnage? Yes.
Maximum Carnage. I keep forgetting it. Like the case was red or something like that. The box that came in, or the cartridge or something was red.
I just remember a Maximum Carnage, and that was
Maximum Carnage.
Spider-Man and Venom.
That was the shizzle.
This guy's name is Zamza.
There are Also, Classic Guns for PS3 works with Time Crisis. They got Time Crisis on there?
Well, Time Crisis was good, yeah.
That
And there was,
sucks.
a,
I
there, was,
wish they
there was a
worked
lot of good shooters for the Dreamcast. I can't even remember half of them, but I remember every time a new one came out, I would buy it so that I could play it with the gun. I still had my gun, and I have my gun, I have my mouse, I have my keyboard. I actually hooked up my Dreamcast a couple weeks ago and we played some Demolition Racer and we played some Power Stone.
Did you used to play Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt, yeah.
I guarantee you everyone's played Duck Hunt at some time in their life. Then Sega came out with Safari Hunt. Trying to think of more light phaser gun. Oh, the Police Trainer. I used to play that at the arcade a lot. Oh, it says yes, there's a Time Crisis 4 on PS3 and also Dead Storm Pirates, another Namco light gun game, and Time Crisis Raising the Storm. Nice. Time Crisis was so cool. Spent lots of money out of that. I still think House of the Dead is the best though.
What's wrong with those guys? Didn't their mothers tell them not to run with knives?
I just stabbed you.
But they're running
Oh,
with
you're
knives.
the
Oh,
big
no,
guy
it's running
now.
with scissors. Knives are okay.
Do Hulk smash.
Oh, how do I do that?
You press two buttons at the same time and he does a special. I don't know which two buttons. But each one of them should have their own special. King Graham says there is an arcade game that I do not remember the name to. How I wish I could. Explain the game and maybe we can think of it together. Are you guys feeling like you're in the arcades with us, man? Feel like we
We're
feel
all
like
hanging out at the arcade. The only difference is there's no cigarette burns on the side of the arcade machine.
You said that as I took a puff off a cigarette. I feel bad.
We gotta figure out a way to turn the volume down on this damn emulator. I can turn it off.
Why don't you turn it off for a second and we can let the people in the chat decide if they like the streams better with the audio or without the audio.
Okay, so no audio, and we're gonna still gab, and you guys can tell us if. Oh yeah, look at that move! I forgot I could do the RAM move. Probably takes away energy.
Yeah, it takes away energy each time you do that.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense because it is kind of a power move.
So you like Streets of Rage better than you like Part 2 better than all the other ones?
Yeah,
You
I
don't
think
like
Streets of
either.
Rage 2 is my favorite of all the Streets of Rages.
You don't like being a kangaroo?
No.
Like,
I think I just eye gouged that guy. I think that's illegal.
is that correct, guys in chat? On Streets of Rage 3, was there a character where you could choose to be a kangaroo? We were talking about that earlier. Or was it some other weird animal? I love kangaroos, but just not in Streets of Rage.
Maybe it was a koala.
King Graham says you would fight one character at a time. They were bare-fisted with their hands wrapped. Was it a side scroller? Like, yep, confirm kangaroo. That could be so many games though.
Well, you know, when I think of obscure animals, I think of Tekken. You know how Tekken has the bear and.
Oh yeah, there's some weird shit in that game.
Yeah, I don't understand that game. I've never played a Tekken game that I shouldn't say I've never played it. I think I've played it, but never really got into it. I didn't find that the fighting was very fluid. Like when I move in a certain direction, I want to move in that direction, and it seemed like
Panda. There's no panda in. Was it? We're trying to figure out what the character in Streets of Rage 3 is. Siberia said panda. Clement
panda.
said kangaroo.
I think kangaroo. And nobody has told us if they like the stream better without sound.
Yeah, let us know if you like it better with the game music or just us talking. Like if you can hear us better with or without. So we're kind of doing a little bit of testing. This is our first official stream, but
I'm not gonna get. I'm not gonna get reported by beating women with whips, am I?
you might. King Ram says with audio. Anyone else have a preference with audio or without audio? Game audio, that is.
And the only, and I don't. He likes the music, but he can hear guys better now. Yeah. See, that's the thing about the Sega emulator. There's no option to adjust the volume. So when I'm playing it, it's blasting in my ears just so that I can hear Supersonic talk. But I'll turn it back on. I mean, I can still hear you. I just want to make sure it's not distracting for everybody. That's all.
Hey, Pandemic, you just joined in. Let us know your favorite side-scroller beat-em-up game. Kind of like Streets of Rage, but let us know your favorite. And let us know what game you would like to see us stream. We're talking old-school arcade games.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know that we do arcade as well as old school consoles. Hey Pandemic, thanks for showing up, buddy.
He says Battletoads. We were just talking about Battletoads earlier.
Yeah, we can do Battletoads.
That game will piss me off.
It'll kick our asses, but we'll play it.
I can't get past it. Can you do multiplayer on that rare replay?
Can you do multiplayer on what?
Multiplayer online with Battletoads with the rare replay they put out on Xbox.
Maybe?
Or is that just
I haven't tried it, but yeah, we should definitely try that.
Do some testing.
I don't know what this guy is. Is he like an umpire or something? Jewel Master on the Genesis. Jewel Master, that sounds so familiar.
He's just the second base coach. He kicked his butt. Wait, you went under the baseball arena. Where are you going, graphic god?
Yeah, I'm going to Maxwell Smart's lair.
I remember Maxwell Smart. He had all those doors. I used to love the intro to that show. That he had all those secret doors.
Yes. What's funny about that is when when I'm at my place of work, when I have to go to the washroom, I feel like Maxwell Smarks have to like walk through like a dozen doors.
Siberia says Aladdin for Super Nintendo.
Aladdin for Super Nintendo? No, Aladdin for Genesis was way better. I will never play Aladdin for Super Nintendo. That's like blasphemy.
Weren't they the same thing?
No.
I played
it
one.
It was way more fluid. The animations were way more fluid on the Genesis.
Nice.
It was almost like it was an afterthought for the Super Nintendo. Same as Earthworm Jim. I didn't find Earthworm Jim as good on the Super Nintendo either.
Pandemic says you guys had to play Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I haven't tried. I haven't even played that game.
What's that on?
Never. I know about it, but I've never played it.
I've heard of it too. Kill those samurais, graphic god. We just pile drive. Good job. So these are all the fans coming down from the baseball stadium because you did a bad call at the baseball game, Jay. Siberia says I didn't have a genius. You mean Genesis? I just corrected you.
Oh, that's why you had to play on Super Nintendo. I understand.
The Siberia remembers Maxwell Smart. He said the shoe foam and Maxwell Smart. I remember that. That's good stuff.
Dun, dun,
Nostalgia.
dun, 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 dun. Oh,
Yeah, Jim.
I'm fighting the Ultimate Warrior.
Nice.
You'll see that soon. I'm about 9 seconds ahead of you.
Oh, shake the ropes, warrior. Oh, he even does that warrior splash thing. Too soon.
You know what's funny? I was just thinking about this on Final Fight. You fight a guy that looks like Andre the Giant, and I think his name is Andor.
That's where they got it from. They went to France and stole their idea.
We're gonna play someone different now.
What's up, Optimus Specs? He says, "Nice play, Jay. You're the best." Optimus, you're the best because you got Optimus in your name. I love Transformers.
Thanks, Optimus.
Fall of Cybertron and War of Cybertron are awesome. That dude he just looks mean. He looks like he looks like Demolition or something.
Yeah.
Or someone from Kiss or something. He just wants to hug you. Give him some love, graphic god. Oh, easy.
I find all these bosses have like cheap moves where you should be able to hit them, but then you don't hit them, and then they grab you.
Just give him a hug. Look, graphic god's busting out a special move. Each time he uses that, it takes up energy. Ooh, he just gave you a side suplex. I saw that. I remember Master Blaster. That was on Nintendo, wasn't it? Is that right?
Do you notice on this game when he eats food, it sounds like Pac-Man?
Yep. Stage 4 clear! Yeah! Woo. Everybody do clapping hands emojis in the chat. Pandemic said it's from Mad Max Master Blaster. Isn't there a game called Master Blaster?
Yes, there was.
I like that Mad Max game. That's good stuff. That's a very underestimated game. Or underrated game, I should say. Stinking Corpse, you're not allowed to leave the arcade. Your mommy hasn't picked you up yet. She's not waiting outside, you gotta stay in the arcade till she pulls up. When you went to arcades, did your parents drop you off or did you walk to your...
Oh yeah, both. Like I had parents drop me off, or there was the good arcade at the mall that I had to take a bus to if they didn't drop me off, or got to drive with a friend. And we'd do that too, like on a Friday night, you know, meet up at the arcade and hang out with your friends.
Absolutely. King Ram said you should try and play Knights of the Round Table.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, it's a good side scroller. Definitely.
Was that the Dungeons and Dragons one?
Yeah, there's a Dungeons and Dragons one too. But Knights of the Round Table is cool because you play Sir Lancelot and Percival, and I can't remember who else. But there's a 3 year. I can't remember.
What was it on? Arcade or?
No, it was arcade. It wasn't on any system.
Is that on MAME?
Yeah, you can get on MAME.
Okay, I'm gonna check that game out. Let us know games you recommend too, so we can check them out. Oh god, Stinking Corpse is drinking more beer in the arcade. Pandemic says has Gawain on it. I probably said that. I probably tortured that name. Are you talking about Knights of the Round Table, Pandemic? Comment says it was also on Super Nintendo, but it's not as good as the arcade. Nothing on Super Nintendo was as good as the arcade. They did good with like the Mario stuff, though. I thought
Yeah.
Knights of the Round Table and Super Nintendo. I'll have to check that out too, but I want to play the arcade version instead. I think. So, what all characters are on this game? I don't remember. There's
Knights of
the
the
big
Round
guy.
Table?
No, like Streets of Rage 2. There's
Oh.
the big dude.
There's the big dude. There's the girl, the little black kid, maybe.
Oh yeah, with the radio and he like.
Yeah, and he has the rollerblades.
Yes. Wait, why are you fighting Baxter Fly again?
I don't know, because they like to rehash their bosses, I guess.
Oh, Pandemic says, yeah, I think it was on the Neo Geo. He remembers it. I got every Neo Geo game. So does Graphic God, I think. If he doesn't, he will soon. Neo, what'd you think about Neo Geo?
I never had it, it's so expensive, but the games were like almost arcade perfect back in that day.
Like I go in the Xbox store and I see them pricing like each Neo Geo game $7. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I remember the games were so expensive back then too. And what year did Neo Geo come out? Like 1990, 92 maybe?
Before we answer that, I have a trivia question. What year did this game come out?
Trivia question?
For Streets of Rage, wait. The first Streets of Rage, what year did it come out?
I'm gonna okay. This first Streets of Rage, I'm gonna take a guess and say 1990.
You're very close. Anyone want to guess
91?
in the chat? Oh, ding ding ding, you got it. Oh my god, and you're not gonna believe this. I'm so mad right now. Guess what IGN reviewed Streets of Rage?
Seriously?
No, guess what they did out of 10.
I'm gonna say 8.
Nope.
Lower?
Yep.
6?
Keep going down.
Oh my! I don't even care.
They
IGN
rated it
sucks.
a 4 out of 10. IGN.
Imagine.
Freaking idiots. Oh, Vogel got it right. Yep, 91. Pandemic, you're way off. We didn't have video games in 1492, not like I was alive then, but... You were close to Corpse and Pandemic. I'm seeing 4. It might have been Streets of Rage 2 as a 3, but they rated it 4 out of 10 IGN. I'm looking at it right now.
Put my name in
Oh,
again.
they're throwing grenades at you. Look out. Graphic card.
No. I just died, so I can put my name in again.
Oh, let us know what you guys think about this layout too. Graphic Guide worked very hard on it.
I worked very hard at this.
It looks
So
sweet,
they
and-
will not let me continue anymore.
Oh no.
They only
Well,
give me, I guess, 3 continues.
What time? We've gone over an hour.
No, but that was fun.
Yes. Wow, King Ram even knows the names Blaze, Skate, and Axel and Max. Very good. Sticky Corp says the layout looks good. Vogel likes it. Awesome. And do you guys love Sega? I do. He likes the
Sega.
colors. Yes, colors look good. And we will have super chat going and donation links, and we'll have little animations if someone follows or hosts. Or
Those
whatnot.
animations should still work. I thought they would work.
Oh wait,
I
let me
think-
try it. Hold on, I forgot to host you on Mixer.
I think everyone's already been. Well, hold on a second. I'm gonna turn off the sound. Disable sound. There we go. And go back to my stream.
Sega is awesome.
Just give me a second here. I want to jump back to this.
Shut that
Um,
damn dog up. Just kidding.
so if you, so did you just host?
Um, no, my stuff's going slow today for some reason.
It should pop up.
For some reason, I can't find you on Mixer.
So I'm just mixer.tv slash MC underscore mornings. We just
I'll
want to
let
see
them
if
get.
we're actually going to get the things to pop up. I think for the most part, everyone's already been subscribed, so that's why none of that happened. But
Right.
and I thought I already had the links and everything set, but apparently I have to do all that before every show. I thought I could set it and forget it. Apparently not.
Yeah, I can't even search you. Hold on. I'm gonna reload Mixer. Mixer like never works on my Xbox. That's why I won't hardly ever stream from my Xbox because it never works or it'll just stop working like in the middle of a stream. It gets on my nerves. Hopefully they patch stuff out.
I hope so.
See mornings. Okay, so I'm getting ready to host you. Let's do what it says. Let's see if we get a notification.
Did you do it?
I did it. Pandemic said if you guys switch games, I vote for Zombies ate my neighbors. Zombies at my neighbors or zombies ate my neighbors? You said you'll love it.
Hmm.
I don't see. I also don't see a ticker on your thing. I see it popped up in your chat though.
It did?
Yeah, but we
Hmm.
didn't get any cool animations.
That's unfair. Yeah, the ticker's there, but I guess I don't understand. Maybe there's nothing to go in the ticker. You know what I mean? Like, what if there's nothing? What if nobody has put anything in it? Like, should there be stuff going on in the ticker all the time?
It should. I'll show you the two things that I'm using, and it works really, really good.
Yeah. See, I
When I
gotta start. I gotta move all my stuff to Stream Jar. Right now, I'm in Stream Labs.
I
I think
put
that's
a
my problem.
I put a glass on the that left joystick on the arcade cabinet. I put a
Right.
little glass there, and if someone follows or hosts or does like a dollar tip or something, their name will scroll across, and then money will fall down in the tip jar. And if
Y-
someone follows, then their avatar will fall down in the tip jar. It's pretty cool.
The mixer name is MC underscore mornings.
Here, I'll put a link. Make sure you follow too, everyone on Mixer. We'll see if we get some pop-ups. Oh, it says I can't put link addresses in there.
Okay, so let me see what happens if I do something on Mixer. Volkskrieg's on both. Okay, so if I click here, oh, it says
Stinking
host.
Corpse.
See, since I'm already hosting, I can't do anything.
Yeah, Stinking Corpse just hosted. We'll have to take a look at that. We'll have that patched out. We'll definitely take a look at that. Do we have any new subscribers or anything? Did anyone um new subscribe or are you already subscribed to the YouTube? Any new YouTube subscribers? Try to where he's also on Twitch. Is it the same name?
Yeah, MC underscore mornings on Twitch as well.
Hey, Pandemic, can you go on Twitch and hit that follow button and see? This isn't part of the show, but we definitely want to test this during a live stream, so we'll have it down pat
For sure.
because it's all trial by error stuff.
So I wonder if there's a way that I can actually do this while
Oh,
I'm
nice.
here.
Pandemic just said after I move, I'm gonna have a full size arcade cabinet with a Raspberry Pi and an old
Nice.
TV. Dude, that would be cool. I would come over and play House of the Dead because I want to play the. We were talking about those light phaser guns, like Time Crisis and stuff.
That'd be a ball.
Oh, Clement said he subscribed just before the show.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have no tickers, no
But nothing's popping
pop-ups.
up. You're right.
I wonder if you linked it to a. Don't you have another channel too or something?
What else do I have? I've got my personal channel. If I can remember how to log into it. And I don't. But yeah, no, everything's. There we go. Stinking corpse is now following. But that's not. I'm not supposed to get the zombie. I have these. I had this all
Oh,
customized.
do you have that? Okay, I see it now. Stinky corpses following. I see the zombie.
Yeah, but all
Nice.
that's supposed to be customized. I had the. I had something else to pop up. I had my Spot Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yes, I love Scott Pilgrim versus the World. My favorite movie ever. I've watched it like 100 times.
And I don't understand.
I wonder. I wonder why it didn't save that. That's kind of weird.
I don't know.
Oh, that's another good one. King Graham just said another good side scroller beat 'em up, The Punisher. That's a good
Oh
game.
yes. Did you ever play the Punisher on the original Xbox?
No.
I've never played it either, but apparently it got banned in certain countries because of the violence in it. Like he would actually torture people.
Why did that one get banned and GTA didn't? I don't
I don't know.
understand.
Makes zero sense.
Gears of War, Gears of War, were cutting people in half with a chainsaw. That makes no sense.
No, no, no. Well, I think we're going to
Oh
end the
god, I hope.
stream. I think we should end the stream since it's been over an hour, and we've had a lot of
Anything
fun.
else? Anything else you want to test though before we do it?
Hmm,
End it.
I don't think so. I think everything is, you know, next time we do this, we'll do a private one, and then you and I will make sure that all the pop-ups come up and the tickers are working. Because I can see all these things in my OBS, but they're just not appearing for some reason.
Hmm.
Doesn't make
Okay,
a whole lot
sounds
of
good. And
sense.
keep in mind we are gonna rotate the shows. So, this week was on Graphics God Show. Next week will be on Supersonic my channel, Supersonic Station, and both of us do restream. So it'll be on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer at the same time. And if you want to find mine, I'll just put this in the chat. Search Supersonic Station, and you should find it. We'll link everything before the stream next week, but we definitely want to do this every week, the same time. We want to keep this consistent. We want to do this without all the console war drama stuff and just something different, like just play old school stuff where people can just cut loose, talk about old games, have some nostalgia. And we definitely want your feedback on everything. And yeah, and if you think of like games you want us to play during the week or something, just put it either in the comments or DM one of us on Twitter. And anything else, Graphic God?
Pandemic is following.
Good job, Pandemic. But
Yeah,
we
no,
really do appreciate you guys coming out for our first stream. You guys are awesome.
big time, big time. Thank you very
And
much, guys.
and everyone that watches later on YouTube, thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow both of us and all our channels, and we're gonna try our best to bring you good old school content because we love old school games. We're old school, man.
It's true. We are old school. Definitely old school. You know that? You know that movie Old School? Well, we're older than they are.
That's true. We're old and we're old school.
That's right.
We're old school.
So thank you very much. We'll end it with the splash screen, and thank you for showing up. And we will see you guys next week. Later.
Bye bye.